Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The single best idea on an incredibly eclectic Friday. Just lots of different voices here. The president out with a tweet saying 2 points of GDP should be added back in on government shutdown. BEA coming out and saying definitely 1 point-ish. So not a bad number after you adjust for the government shutdown. We adjusted with Anastasia Amoroso of Partners Group. They're a wonderful company out of Zug, Switzerland. That's one of the fancy parts of Zurich down the lake. And Anastasia Amoroso on this balance between American and continental investment.
The way we see allocations is that you don't pick one or the other. You do both. You do U.S., you do Europe, you do Asia. And the reason for that, if you think about the next 5 years, let's say, it's all about localization of supply chains. It's onshoring. It's about, making sure you cater to the domestic consumer. So it used to be that you could allocate to a U.S. multinational and that would get you the Europe exposure or China exposure. That's no longer the case. So that's why I think you have to invest in each specific region.
Anastasia Amoroso of Partners Group. With all the geopolitical news, we talked to Dina Esfandiary of Bloomberg Economics. Just absolutely spectacular with her work out of King's College, London, on war studies, on Iran, on America, on Israel.
I think the main players are definitely the U.S. and Iran, and the main decision maker on this front right now really is President Trump. But I think Israel is playing a huge role in trying to sway Trump, in trying to really convince him either to go to war or to have a very maximalist position in the nuclear negotiations. And bizarrely, compared to a few years ago when the first nuclear deal was being negotiated, it's the U.S.'s Gulf Arab partners that are actually urging restraint, that are saying, we don't want war because we don't know what will happen once the fighting starts.
Dina Esfandiary there with Bloomberg Economics, and of course all the different news flow across the weekend. The look ahead, looked at Joe Matthew and Katie Lines for a lot of good coverage there as well. And I should mention Henry Horton and Tyler Kendall in Washington. On our podcast, on Apple, on Spotify, on YouTube podcasts, it's Single Best Idea.